In this video, we'll show you how to change the struts on your Ford Fusion. You can find them on CarParts.com via the link in the description. For safety reasons, we strongly suggest watching our video on how to jack your Ford Fusion safely. Brush the 3 nuts holding the strut mount bearing and spray them with penetrating oil. Use a ratchet, an extender, and a 14mm socket to unscrew the nuts that hold the strut mount bearings in place by a few turns. Using a 17mm wrench, unscrew the upper ball joint retaining nut on the sway bar end link. Use a 5mm Allen key to keep the ball joint from rotating. Then, shift the sway bar end link. The components to be removed are very often seized up, so don't hesitate to brush and to use penetrating oil to make removal easier. Using a ratchet and a 14mm socket, unscrew the bolt holding the strut foot to the strut fork. Brush the nut of the bolt holding the strut fork to the lower control arm, then spray it with penetrating oil. Use an 18mm wrench to block the rotation of the nut. Using a ratchet and a 15mm socket, unscrew the retaining bolt. Then remove the bolt. You can now disengage the strut fork from the strut. Using a ratchet and an 8mm socket, unscrew the bolt holding the ABS sensor cable clamp. For great content, our best price, and fast shipping, download the CarParts.com app now. Finish unscrewing the 3 nuts that hold the strut mount bearing in place. Hold the shock absorber with one hand and finish unscrewing the retaining nut with the other. The strut is now free. Remove the strut. You can order the struts used in the video on CarParts.com via the link in the description. Take your new strut. Unscrew the 3 nuts holding the strut mount bearing. Pass the strut through the upper control arm, then install the upper part first. Next, screw the 3 nuts that hold the mounts back on until there is contact. Put the ABS sensor cable back in place, then screw the mounting bracket back on. Grease the part that will be in contact with the strut fork. Reinsert the strut fork into the strut foot. Once in place, install the strut foot retaining bolt. Put the strut fork retaining bolt back on the lower control arm. Then screw the nut back on until it makes contact. In order not to damage the bushings, it is necessary to tighten the retaining bolts in the vehicle on the ground position. To do this, we advise you to use a jack to apply pressure to the control arm. Once in place, you can screw the pinch bolt back on. Finish tightening using a torque wrench. Screw the strut fork retaining nut back on the lower control arm until it makes contact. Block the rotation with a 15mm wrench. Finish tightening using a torque wrench. Remove the jack. You can now put the sway bar end link back in place. Screw the nut of the upper ball joint of the sway bar end link back on. Finish tightening using a torque wrench. Then you will be able to put the wheels back on your vehicle. During this operation, you will be intervening on the front axle of your car, so it is advisable to perform a wheel alignment afterwards. Put your vehicle back on the ground before properly fixing the wheels in place. Screw the 3 nuts that hold the mounts back on until there is contact. Finish tightening using a torque wrench. Operation complete.